Hey guys, everything cool with you? Here we are with the newest episode of Wukong, the legendary Saiyan saga. I know you're anxious to know what's going to happen, but don't be in a hurry. I guarantee that today's episode will be epic. But first we have to say a few things so that we can finally continue with the video. If you like these videos and really like to follow along, I ask that you leave a like and continue with the video. I know it's annoying to ask, but it helps a lot in the channel's performance and allows us to make more amazing videos just for you. That said, enjoy the video. The angel apprentice Kenan watched Wukong bury Yamoshi's body amidst the rubble of the destroyed Yamoshi castle. The Saiyan Wukong remained sad about the whole situation and at the same time very angry with the king of the icy race, Frigg. After finishing burying Yamoshi, the wise Wukong walked over to the apprentice angel Kenan to talk. Upon approaching Kenan, Wukong questioned him, "What happened to me during that fight?" asked Wukong seriously to the apprentice angel. The apprentice Kenan said, "You unlocked a technique known to the angels as Ultra Instinct. A mortal like you will never be able to master this technique perfectly, but I can teach you how to master it better in combat," Kenan said while Wukong reflected. Wukong, still a little confused, asked, "How did this come about in me? I felt my movements lighter and a power that I never felt. I confess that it unbalanced me a little in the battle," Wukong said, trying to explain what he felt. The angel apprentice Kenan said, "The contact with angelic beings must have resonated in your divine ki. This made you develop the beginning of the technique. The fact that you are naturally powerful must have contributed to this technique arising in you. However, you can still improve this technique," explained Kenan, who then hit his staff on the ground and teleported himself with Wukong back to the cave. Wukong did not understand why Kenan had done that and questioned, "Why the hell did you bring us here?" "We need to go after Frigg," explained Wukong, irritated. The angel apprentice replied calmly, "Frigg's army is spread across the planet and slowly dominating the remaining inhabitants. You need training if you really want to save your people." "What do you say?" questioned Kenan while Wukong went to the entrance of the cave and looked at several explosions and screams of desperate Saiyans that were on the planet. Wukong felt slightly obliged to accept Kenan's proposal. After all, his people needed him at that moment. Wukong swallowed his own saliva and turned to Kenan, saying, "All right, I accept. I'll show Frigg who the strongest one is," said Wukong, pressing his teeth due to his anger. Kenan smiled and then teleported himself and Wukong to a kind of empty planet where they would begin their training. The angel Kenan faced Wukong and said, "Let's go. We have to get to the practical part as soon as possible. I'll give you hints as we go, but for now we'll just stick with the physical work. You'll need to dodge the moves I'm going to use, so good luck," said the angel Kenan, staying away a few meters. After that, he started the so arduous training of Wukong. Even before Wukong got ready, Kenan hit him with a punch that caused a wave of vacuum throughout the place, hitting Wukong directly, who was thrown for a few meters. Wukong got up, but was soon hit by another one of those punches, causing Wukong to be injured. Kenan continued this process over and over until Wukong noticed a pattern. Kenan always attacked from one side only. Every punch Kenan threw followed an invisible line that was extremely predictable. Kenan used both hands to throw the punches, however both went in the same directions. Wukong took a deep breath and then managed to dodge one of Kenan's punches, and that was repeated several times until Wukong managed to get close enough to block Kenan's fists at once. Wukong had understood what Kenan was doing. Kenan looked at him in surprise and said with a surprised tone, "How? You managed to predict my movements so fast. You really are a genius, Wukong. Congratulations. Now let's go to the next sentence. You'll have to hit me with 2 blows, but it has to be straight blows, preferably to my face. If you hit me, we'll move on to the last phase and then the mental part. However, I'm going to deactivate my higher instinct, which is something all angels have. That way you'll have a slim chance of hitting me," said the angel Kenan after taking distance. Kenan distanced himself a little. He concentrated and his aura began to increase. However, as Kenan concentrated, his aura began to disperse. Wukong even felt that Kenan's power was slipping away. However, Kenan was still just as powerful, and after a few seconds, Kenan was already without his superior instinct. This time, who went on the attack first was Wukong, who went after Kenan, trying to hit him in every possible way, with kicks, punches, elbows, but nothing worked. Whenever a blow came close, Kenan managed to dodge it, but he never counterattacked. He was always closely watching Wukong, who still couldn't even touch Kenan. Wukong, on the other hand, was applying blows while thinking, what made the fight balanced the day he faced Frigg? Maybe it was a mixture of several consecutive blows. Wukong then thought about it and waited for an opportune moment of him to destroy Kennan's guard. Wukong punched Kennan's face, but Kennan ducked and dodged. However, Wukong pulled Kennan by the hair, bringing his face to Wukong's knee, who kneed Kennan's face. After that, Wukong continued hitting an accurate punch on the face of the angel Kennan, leaving him badly injured. Wukong then gave Kennan a thunderous kick, causing the angel to fly away and raise a lot of dust. Kennan got up and his face was bleeding, but as soon as he snapped his fingers, his body regenerated entirely. Wukong was stunned, as his effort to hit an angel apprentice had been in vain. As soon as he realized this, Kennan said in a mocking tone, "Naive boy, you only hit me because I let you," said the angel Kennan, clearly speaking the truth. Wukong replied angrily that with all that certainty in the universe is a lie. "You're just saying that to not have your level matched to that of a mortal," said Wukong, quite irritated. Kennan then said to prove what he had said before, "Saiyan fool, I just ignored the superior instinct to test the power of your blows. Try hitting me again, and since you're so cocky, it's going to cost you. You can only stop trying when you hit me. Is that all right with you, self-absorbed mortal?" said Kennan, activating his fighting posture. Wukong was determined, and he smiled evilly, saying, "Sure, I just hope you don't regret it," Wukong said, again getting into his fighting posture. Wukong shot towards Kennan with a flying kick, and Kennan dodged it like it was nothing. Then Wukong continued with several consecutive kicks, and Kennan didn't allow anything to hit him. The angel apprentice, trying to annoy the Saiyan, said, "I knew this would be easy, but I didn't think you were so slow," said Kennan, annoying Wukong. The angel apprentice was wanting to increase Wukong's resistance, as that was what he lacked in the fight against the king of the icy race. The Saiyan fell easily under Kennan's provocation and spoke in an angry tone. "I was just getting started. You will pay me. Look at this," Wukong said, distancing himself and trying something new. Wukong fired several gusts of ki aiming at Kennan's feet, who dodged, dancing a tap dance. The Saiyan intended to raise dust to impair his opponent's vision, so that he could attack without Kennan seeing him. Wukong attacked from several different directions, and he was faster than before, but that wasn't even close to hitting Kennan, who was wiping the dust off his clothes while dodging the blows. Kennan continued with the taunts. "In addition to being slow, you are surprisingly stupid. Did you really think that mere dust would stop me from making a fool of you?" Kennan said, teasing Wukong with his comments. Wukong screamed with all his fury and said, "I have more tricks up my sleeve," said Wukong, getting ready to try something. Wukong stretched his right arm and moved it to the left. He did the same with his left leg, and soon after doing that, Wukong was spinning on the same axis. This obviously opened his guard, but Wukong knew his opponent wasn't going to attack him. Kennan went backwards to dodge his opponent's whirling kicks and punches, but Wukong had already planned this and then started shooting blasts of ki with his hand, which ended up destroying the environment around him and forced Kennan to teleport upwards. However, Wukong had also thought of that, and so he rose while spinning. Kennan found himself in a situation that forced him to teleport constantly. If Kennan attacked, Wukong would already be on the ground, but since that's not the case, it became very difficult for Wukong, who said, "Why are you teleporting?" Now it got hard, didn't it? "At some point your ki will run out," Wukong said, putting psychological pressure on Kennan. Kennan didn't fall for the taunts made by a mortal, and then he said ironically, "I think yours ends sooner, you idiot. Could it be that you have more ki than me?" said Kennan, trying to put psychological pressure on Wukong too. Wukong looked at Kennan and said, "Then I'll show you what I'm capable of," said Wukong, positioning himself for combat. Hey guys, I know it's sad when today's video unfortunately ends, but don't worry because the next episodes are coming. If you liked it, don't forget to leave your like. It helps us a lot and motivates us to continue with these videos that you like so much. Comment your theories of what might happen in the next episode and share the video with your friends so you can watch it together. That's it. See you guys.